Let's talk about the things that we want to try to incorporate into our homeschool during the Thanksgiving season. Welcome to this House of Walls. My name is Ashley, and here I love to talk all things secular homeschooling, books, and anything else that I want to. I am still getting over my cold. This is the first day in a while that I have put myself together, put on a little bit of makeup. So we will see how it goes. It has now moved a lot into my throat and I have a cough. So I have a nice hot cup of coffee and also off camera some cough drops in case I need it. But I wanted to get this video out. It's at the end of October. Yeah, I am like knee deep in planning all the fun things that we want to try to accomplish during Thanksgiving time, but also during Christmas time. The Christmas time video will come in November. I am still planning that one out. One of my main goals is to do fun activities that just celebrates those seasons, but not to overload. My main goal this year, Millie, my main goal this year is to not get overwhelmed. I am done with consumerism and overdoing everything and feeling like I have to, as the mom, accomplish every single thing. And it's just not possible. I went crazy last year for multiple reasons, but like I'm over it. I want to enjoy the season and the things that we can celebrate together as a family and not drive myself absolutely crazy trying to accomplish everything. It also doesn't help. Both my kids have birthdays this time of year, one in October and one in December, a few days before Christmas. So we just have a lot. So my main goal is to not overwhelm our homeschool. I want to enjoy doing these activities with my kids and just kind of move on from there. All right, I'm going to take a nice big sip of my coffee and then I will share some of the things. Just in filming that intro, I had to let a cat into the room and then back out of the room. So we will see how this goes with the cats. Thanksgiving, honestly, is my favorite holiday. It's definitely the holiday that my family gets together. I have family spread all over, mostly the East Coast, but some further. And we all come together. Traditionally, it has been at my grandparents' house, but my grandmother sold that house this past year, and so it was a little up in the air, but we are still going to be coming together and all celebrating. I love being able to catch up with everybody, and it gets loud and boisterous and fun and kids running all over the place. It's just my favorite. So I want to bring some of that fun stuff into our homeschool days. I have this one right here. It's all full of seasonal books. So these have been on my shelves for a while and I just kind of find that they are fun and kind of nostalgic every year now to go through. So we have A Plump and Perky Turkey. This one is always cute. There was an old lady who swallowed a turkey. I might have it already. If not, I know that I could find one, but some kind of little craft to go with this and kind of make it a fun kind of time. Arthur's Thanksgiving. Of course, my kids are, too old for this, but it's nostalgia. This one is definitely preschool, but again, it's fun. And this is the 12 Days of Thanksgiving. Thanks for Thanksgiving. And then my attitude for gratitude. And we will probably read this one right before we do a little assignment that I will show in a little bit. Lots of talking is getting my throat nice and itchy. Then I just have some fun things that we can pull into our morning meeting. Now, my 9th grader is no longer doing morning meeting with us. Maybe I'll pull him in for some of these like holiday themed things that we have planned. But for the most part, he has been having a better day if he just goes and gets started on his schoolwork on his own, where my 5th grader and I like to kind of come together, set the tone for the day, do something fun, and then get into the bulk of our work. So we'll see. this one would be a fun one to have my 9th grader come in and do with us. We love doing Mad Libs, and so I found this year Gobble Gobble Mad Libs. Of course, my kids will come up with some potty humor kind of things, but then it also encourages them to think outside of that box and come up with some other fun ones. I also got Would You Rather for kids, and this is the Thanksgiving edition. So fun questions and scenarios to celebrate Thanksgiving for kids, entertainment, and giggles. So it's just nice, plain, and simple, but I thought this one would be fun for us to go through. This one is still in its packaging. Let me open it and give a better view. So I do have this fall bingo that we've been playing since fall began in September. You know, by now we're kind of getting over it. So I did find Thanksgiving bingo. So it comes with all the different cards and the cards to call out and little pieces to put over it. So I thought that this would just be a lot of fun for us to use. And again, just have fun. All right, so those books and kind of games and things will be for our morning meeting, along with like our regular morning meeting things that hang out over here beside me. So like our journals, time capsule, probably some more Myrtle Jr. We've been having fun with that. Test prep. You know, those are just fun. I have a video on that and I will try to remember to link it down below, but if not, I posted it a couple months ago. So now let's get into some more academic things. So I have, let's do this first. So Fridays with my 5th grader are what we kind of call Fun Fridays. We pull in different things. Every week, though, we do a poetry study. We're using the poetry study from Hearth and Story, and so we do a poem a week. And then we alternate between geography and financial literacy and do that depending on what week it is. Right now, we are doing Greek myths, but in the next 2 weeks, I believe, we will be finishing that. And so right in time for the holiday season, we will have 2 weeks during Thanksgiving time where we can incorporate some fun stuff. Now, somebody in one of my videos commented and suggested this book, and this is Balloons Over Broadway by Melissa Sweet. I thought this sounded great. Every year, of course, we watch the Thanksgiving Day parade. We definitely like, you know, the like high school bands and seeing all the floats. And then, of course, we always sit there and we're like, who is this singing? We don't know who this is, and age all of ourselves. We wait for Santa to come on and have so much fun and talk about how great Santa looks this year and see Mrs. Claus. And then, of course, we watch the dog show afterwards. So I thought that this would be a really fun way to bring in that tradition of watching the Thanksgiving Day parade into like the history behind it. So this, I believe you're going to be learning about Tony Sarg, who came up with the first balloons. So I bought this and I thought this was fantastic. But then as I was looking through Teachers Pay Teachers, I found a whole unit that I'm going to be bringing in to incorporate with this. We are going to make it last for 2 of our Fun Fridays. And it is, I have sticky notes on the back. It is a Thanksgiving Day parade virtual trip by Magicore on Teachers Pay Teachers. I will try to put a picture here of what that looks like. It covers all kinds of things. There's slides that go along with everything. So it's really made for schools and doing different assignments, but there's the history of it, talking about Tony Sarg, a parade studio, so you can see behind the scenes how the parade is assembled. It talks about helium, so there's science and writing assignments and art assignments. So many things going into this unit. Obviously, we are not going to be able to accomplish all of that in the 2 weeks. So our main goals are that we are going to read the book, and then we're going to go over the history of it. We're going to learn about Tony Sarg, and then we're going to do the parade studio and get some behind the scenes of what goes into assembling the Thanksgiving Day parade. So I'm really excited to bring this into our Fun Fridays and just kind of have a little fun learning unit. The last thing that I want to talk about is writing. So we use Layers of Learning Writers Workshop. We love it. It has all kinds of different units talking about all kinds of different ways of writing. We have just finished up a unit of writing letters, and we do actually have a different writing assignment that we need to finish up. We just kind of ran out of time to finish it, but now we have the time, so we're going to go back to it, and this next week we're going to be finishing up that writing assignment. Hopefully it will just take us a week. We will see. I have some flexibility. So now I don't really want to start another unit from Layers of Learning. We are just, like I said, getting into that really busy time, and I don't want to overplan things. So we will have about 2 to 3 weeks. Sorry, the sun just came out and it got really bright. We will have about 2 to 3 weeks to play with some writing. So I thought, instead of learning new material, let's just have some fun with it. I actually was able to get all of this. It was already saved on my computer, so I just went through old files and found some fun stuff. Now, this is where that picture book, My Attitude for Gratitude, will come into play. And it's just talking about all the things that we are grateful for. And at the very back, you can make a little turkey and come up with what you are grateful for. Obviously, I'm not going to use this, but we had done this quite a few years ago. Maybe, I think, our first year of homeschooling. So I had a kindergartner and a 4th grader at the time. And we kind of took our time with this assignment, but we have a turkey that we can decorate and cut out. And then we have all kinds of different feathers that we can write all the things that we are grateful for. And so this is a lot of fun to do. And then in that same file, I have this little writing assignment where you can write what you are thankful for. So my idea is that my 5th grader is going to do his turkey and the feathers, and then take those ideas from the feathers and write a nice little narrative about it. This is from Teachers Pay Teachers, from Happy Teacher, Happy Students. So I think that this will be a lot of fun for him to do. I'm thinking that this will take like a week for him to do, between coloring and decorating and assembling this, and then to kind of pre-write and do a rough draft and then write it all out. If he doesn't want to write it all out, I have no problem with him typing it. We just won't be able to use this cute little paper. With that taking about a week, we still have another week or 2 to do some writing assignments. So I got this. It doesn't say who it is from. I will try to put it here, who created this. But there are all kinds of different writing assignments that are Thanksgiving based. And I just picked one. This is Gobble Gobble, write a fiction story about a turkey who doesn't know how to gobble. How does the turkey feel? How does she solve the problem? And so I printed off 2 pages. And so again, we're going to just take this through the writing process and bring in some of those amazing things that we have learned through the Layers of Learning Writers Workshop and bring into this and write a little story. That is what I have planned for writing. We're going to take it very loosely. We're not going to be on a strict schedule because, you know, if we finish both of these in 2 weeks, I know that it is going to be very busy. So if we have extra time, we will just take writing off of those days or that week and just enjoy. I made it through. Whew! I didn't have a huge coughing fit, so that is great. But I hope that this helps. I hope that you were interested in seeing what we are going to be incorporating. Like I said, I am planning the Christmas stuff also. I have had a little bit of a hard time trying to find something to use. We are secular, we are not religious. And so finding a Christmas study that is not Christian based or like Christmas holidays around the world, we have done that already, is a little challenging, but I am starting to find some really good sources. Don't forget to say hello down in the comments if you have nothing else to say. Maybe leave me a little turkey emoji. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will be back for more videos soon.